Hello there, Lieutenant Jones from the Utah County Sheriff's Office. You probably already know that. And Spencer Cannon, who is also, believe it or not, from the Utah County Sheriff's Office. Hello, Spencer.
Yes, hello. Hello, Spencer.
Hello, Spencer. Hello, Spencer.
I can't forget that.
Well, you kind of did, but we're good. You can hear the Spencer's get some emails, and I'm okay with that. What we want you to know is that we do this because we care about a lot of things. But first thing I want to mention today is this. Spencer, when you get an idea of the way you think things are, here's the funny thing. Sometimes that idea changes really quick, right?
It's true. It does.
You had that experience?
I have.
A lot, probably. Because you're old.
Yeah, I've been around a while.
Yeah, I'm old too.
Yeah, you're old. You're close enough. See, I'm not as much older than you as I used to be. Because we're both older.
Wait, what?
We're the same number of years, but it's a smaller percentage in the difference of our age.
Okay, I'm confused, but it's so
One of these formulas here would probably explain that.
And that's why I don't get it. But what I want to point out is that there's things that change, and at one point we all made fun of this guy. That is the king of pop.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wore a mask all the time, and now he'd be an icon with a mask, and we'd be like, oh, look, another celebrity that's being safe.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
A little before his time, I think.
Maybe for different reasons, but nobody would think he's crazy now.
Well, there's other stuff that make him crazy.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway, but what I want to point out is this. The COVID-19 thing, you're going to hear that a lot. We've tried to kind of steer clear a little bit here and there, but we all want to address that today. And I was talking to the sheriff, and he kind of wanted me to address that as well. But before we get into that, let's talk about your new artwork. Mr.
Vincent Van Gogh.
And the song that's related to that, do you know what that is, Spencer?
You got me there, I don't.
Don McLean, Starry, Starry Night. Oh,
okay.
Man, that makes you crazy, doesn't it?
Starry, Starry Night.
See, he does know it.
I'm not singing to him, I promise.
The beauty of that song is there's one line in there that it's, the world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. And I'm not looking at you and saying that. I mean, you're beautiful, but you're beautiful in a different way. And so with that, we're going to just say it's just artwork. But it kind of blends together very well with Einstein. Some of my heroes right there. My dad, Einstein, Vincent Van Gogh. I got weird, strange heroes. I can also put Oprah Winfrey on there. She's also one of my heroes, which people wouldn't expect.
Self-made woman.
Right? So here's where we want to go with this. What we're going to release today. You want to tell them a little bit what we're going to release today?
Back on April 14th, Sheriff Smith sent an email to all the employees of the Utah County Sheriff's Office. In that, he talked about the concerns that surround the COVID-19 pandemic that we're all experiencing right now, the stresses, the struggles, the challenges that we face. Probably the most specific point that he made in that is that while there's been a lot of talk about the restrictions and quarantining and self-isolating and social distancing and everything, Sheriff Smith wanted to make it clear to the employees, and he wants it to be clear to the public, that we will not do that in a way that will trounce on people's constitutional rights.
Today on Facebook, I was perusing Facebook, and what's funny is I get paid to do that now because that's
yeah, me too.
Job, which is crazy. I was told my whole career stay off Facebook, and now it's like, hey, this is your deal.
Part of our job.
Go forth and run with it. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I was on there, and there was somebody on there talking about a group of kids that were playing together every day. And he says if they continue to do that, he's going to be forced to call the police. Maybe other agencies, but Sheriff Smith wants you to know that he will not be responding and doing anything about mass gatherings. There will be nobody taken to jail for mass gatherings at this point. That's not where he wants to go with this. And I think if you can read his letter to us, and it was written to us, but in the light of transparency, we want to be more transparent than we've ever been. That's kind of our goal.
Mm-hmm.
We're putting that out, and that's exactly what he sent to us, and I think that's important. I know that's important. So,
yeah, Sheriff Smith was elected by the people of Utah County, and it's only fair that they know what he's doing. If there's a question that somebody has about internal operations of the sheriff's office, with very few exceptions, the public has a right to know those things. And this is one of those set of expectations that he has given to employees of the sheriff's office. And he wants the public to know that and feel confident that you're not going to see us going overboard in regard to this kind of a response.
But do not confuse that with the fact that we take this very, very seriously. Because we do.
Yeah.
And it's changed the way we do business. It's changed the way we look at things. It's kind of like this. Remember back in the day when you see somebody driving around talking to themselves in their car and you go, that guy's crazy. Or they were singing to themselves. Now that's just a normal thing. That's what people do. Drive around, maybe they're talking to themselves, which is cool because I talk to myself a lot and that makes it easier for me because people think I'm on the phone. So that's good for me.
Yeah.
You have anything else to add, Spencer?
No, I think it's important to see these kinds of things, and we want people's minds to rest easy that the most we might do is maybe to encourage people to exercise some common sense, recognize that there's a need for some of the, I hate even to use the word restrictions, but for the guidelines that are in place as it relates to this so that we can reduce the likelihood of further problems because of our own behaviors.
Nice. I like it. Now, for the next segment I always look forward to. Spencer, what is that?
You put it on top of a post and it's like wind chimes, except it doesn't make any noise and it spins.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, I think maybe.
You think maybe? Go
I
ahead.
might be able. You roll out the dough, you put this on the dough, and it cuts out perfectly, almost perfectly triangular shaped dough to make croissants.
Way to go! He did it.
Is that exactly? Is it it?
It's a croissant cutter.
I have to tell you all, I have never in my life ever seen one of these. This is genuine. I'm not a liar. Jeff's not a liar. I guessed what this is because the one thing I did know about it is that it came from the kitchen because he told me he was going to look in the kitchen for something for our What's This, Spencer segment. He got it, and I guessed it. I'm so happy.
I'm shocked, and I'm actually flushing. I'm so happy with you right now. I don't know if it's the niacin, the Grow Buff that I take, which is a pre-workout.
He's flushed with joy.
But yes, that makes my whole day that he could figure out that was a croissant cutter. So with that said, don't do bad things. Always do good things.